So, this looks so good, doesn't it? What do you think? Does it look horrible to you? I'm gonna try to go ahead and just get this all kind of incorporated. And this may seem like a buttload of dressing. Does it seem like a buttload of dressing to you? It seems like a buttload of dressing. And what I'm gonna do is play around with these consistencies. Okay? I can tell you right now, on a regular basis, I'm gonna want more carrots. Because again, I like things small too. And I might even try to start doing the peppers in a different way, because I don't know. Okay, let's try. Okay, and I do apologize about this lighting. It's good. The flavor is so good. Although I think I'm going to go with the extra garlic next time, honestly. Like I said, I'm a garlic person. Maybe even a little bit more mustard, or I actually do have mustard seeds. So it's really good though. I mean, it can be improved upon for sure. That garlic is a nice kick. I feel like it's a little bit thin. If I was making this for taste, I would definitely add more fat. I think a lot of the other recipes that I had, that I saw, that I kind of based this off of, they called for, you know, like half of an avocado, or at least 2 to 4 tablespoons of hemp. And, you know, I just want to keep the fats really, really low. So that's why I only put 1. But if you are a person, like if this wasn't good, you know, and you didn't like it, I mean, it's good enough for me, especially for every day. You know, that's what I'm going to be eating. So I think what I'll do is at least make try to make 2 days of this in a row at least, you know. And that way I don't have to cook it. But it's really not that difficult. It's not that hard. This stuff is cheap. And I'm going to be getting enough carbs and stuff, and I'll talk about that in a different video. But you can obviously do this with a lot of different things. I just want to share with you. This is my little raw vegan hemp recipe. Caesar dressing. And, you know, again, it doesn't not taste like Caesar, but it's good. I would say more lemon, you know, some pepper on here would be really good too. So I'm going to go ahead and eat, because this stuff is just calling my name. I mean, look how good. It is creamy, you know. And I love the zoodles mixed in with the lettuce. That's just so cool. Like I said, maybe more carrots too. More garlic, more lemon, some pepper. You can't go wrong with all those flavors. Like, that's what everybody puts on their food anyway. So, what I learned today. I learned that you can eat so much on a raw vegan diet that your jaw starts to hurt. I think that I'm gonna, you know, focus on maybe less of the zucchini noodles. I do like them, but after a while, it might feel like more of a chore to be eating so many of them. I also feel like maybe more carrots. Carrots, I don't know why. I think they might be a little bit more carb dense. I will check my notes on that. A little higher in sugar. I mean, it makes sense that they would be. 2 cups of carrots is actually 20 grams of carbs approximately, I believe. And 1 whole zucchini is only like 5 grams of carbs. So I think I'm going to, even though it's harder, a little bit harder to do the zoodles, it's going to be worth it to get that more dense food. I did start kind of craving, you know, my kids got pizza, and so I'm just craving I'm not craving it, but like when I'm around the pizza crust, I'm like, ooh, I could just have a bite of that and that'd be cool. And I just let it pass, let the cravings pass, breathe through them. If you watch my breathing video, and it passes, and it's like as soon as I'm away from it, I don't really even think about it, unless right now I'm thinking about it because I'm talking about it, but that's different. And I also feel like I'm craving more fruit. You know, it used to be a big chore to get till 4, and then, oh, you know, you want, and I do still go, oh, sweet, now I want something more savory, and now I want something more sweet again. I do that all the time, but to want, you know, more fruit is fine. But I just don't think, I think once you're getting this nutrition, all this nutrition, that your body like isn't craving food. And so I don't need to like overdo it. I maybe not need to eat as much as I thought, and I'll be going back to fruit if I want to, because I feel like the fruit is where it's at. Because with these vegetables, they're harder to prep. It's way more time consuming. And not only to like chop up the vegetables, make them into zoodles, do this and that. It's not that bad, but it's to add the flavors all together. That takes practice. That takes time, research, all of that stuff. And with smoothies, it's just like shit. Put them together. And the thing is like, I really honestly feel at this point like fruit and greens are the absolute healthiest food. So why not just put them together and call it a meal? If you are craving that, then why force yourself to have a savory meal because that's what everybody else does at dinner time? Like, it's just changing your mind and getting into new habits and accepting, what your body is craving or whatever. So definitely going to be higher on the fruits. If I'm going to be splurging, I'd much rather splurge on a bag of blueberries than a bunch of zucchini. Let's just put it that way. Another thing I learned is that it is, this might be kind of weird, but you know how if you take a bunch of supplements or vitamins or whatever and just like pee it out and your pee's like bright yellow? Well, I've had this happen before with foods, but very, very rarely. I'm not sure if that was a lot of raw food. I'm sure it was, but that can happen off food as well. So it kind of is your body's way of showing you, wow, you got a shit ton of nutrients today. Like, you've actually probably got too much. So, that's a pretty good place to be in. Hey, Luna. Hey, Luna. So I feel like really happy about everything. I feel like just everything's coming full circle. It's easier to rinse out now that I'm, like, I don't usually juice 2 days in a row. Now that I'm juicing, I feel like cleaning up my juicer is so easy. It's just rinsing it out. I don't know why I thought it took so long, or, a couple other things though. I feel like I needed a lot of space in my kitchen. I feel like this is why a lot of vegans are minimalist, because you can't have all this shit lying around your kitchen when you're trying to do all this stuff. Like, you have so much bulkage of food, and then you have to get out the juicer, and then you have over here, and obviously you don't have to make it as complicated like this, but when you're doing the celery juice, and then you're doing the blueberry smoothies, and then you're doing this, like, it's a lot. So, and obviously, I already know this. I didn't necessarily learn this today, but, you don't need to be doing it fresh like this. It's just my preference right now that I'm not, like, super busy with kids' sports and stuff, that I can really have, a fresh smoothie and some fresh celery juice. But if I was busier, I wouldn't even think twice about doing that. So, these anecdotes are kind of, neither here nor there, but lots of energy. Energy is pretty good. Felt real steady all day. Mood felt real clear, even when things got a little bit awry at work. And the times that I did feel tired, it was like, okay, Claire, you need to eat, And I'm tired now, and honestly, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I think I'll probably wrap this up. I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now that I can think of that I learned. Oh my gosh, these blueberries are like hitting the spot. As soon as I had the taste of the next smoothie that I made, I'm just like, this is home. Like, this is it. This is where it's at. So, not that the strawberries aren't good. I've been doing strawberry smoothies with like sugar, and I just feel like this is a healthier way. I can't wait till my bananas are nice and ripe. I'm gonna have to definitely stay on the bananas, and let the berries be my treats. If we say, hey, you're worth the damn blueberries, even though they're fucking expensive, you're worth it. And, you may not be able to live off them, but having a blueberry smoothie every day, I deserve it. And I feel like the amount of good that it does in your life is just so, it's worth the extra money, and that's what all of this is. It's worth a little bit of extra time, a little bit of extra energy. And honestly, what else am I going to do with my time anyway, I mean, I have a lot of things to do with my time even right now. I'm going to go ahead and go because I'm kind of rambling, and like I said, I think I got my points across. This is what I said the last couple times I tried to go raw. Like, if I was an empty nester, I would be able to do this no problem, because you're not tempted. You don't have to have it in the house. I'm huge on that. If you don't have it in the house, you don't have, you're not going to be tempted. as nearly as much. So to have it right in front of you and to be sitting there for, 10, 20, 30 or more minutes, dealing with it, cooking it, smelling it right in your face, you're probably hungry and all of that. So yeah, coming home and eating, getting that out of the way, cooking more foods that they like as opposed to what I wouldn't necessarily want to eat. That might be a trick. Also having them help me with the meals. So like I may do a raw part of their meal, or I may take care of the vegetables of their meal or something. But also what I was going to say is going like the raw till weekend part, just knowing that, oh, I've only got 2 more days and then I can have that. Even if it's something like now I have some maple butter that's in my fridge, and I was like, ooh, that sounds good. I was like, I wish that was raw. I was like, wait, is it raw? I'm like, no, that's not raw. So it's easier to be like, oh, hey, like I can put this off for a day or 2 and then I can have that maple butter or get some pizza or whatever at the end of the week. And it's just, I think it's perfect. So we'll see. We shall see. So that's what I learned today. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Take care. Don't forget to eat your fruit, and I will talk to you later.